Hey folks, Bada Bing here. Today I'm going to be addressing the bolt stop problem with the WE G3 gas blowback rifle. After emptying the magazine of BBs, the follower should engage the tab on the back of the magazine, causing it to flick upwards. The tab interfaces with the lever on the valve striker assembly, lifting it up and over the magazine valve, preventing the striker from punching the valve. This stops the action by dropping the hammer. On my magazines, the tabs weren't flicking up as they should. They'd get caught in place in the downward position, and the rifle would start dry firing unintentionally. Now, whether this is just a teething problem following the first batch of WE G3s and their magazines, I don't know. To gain a deeper understanding of the underlying problem, someone's got to go down there. We've got to take the magazine apart and see how it works. These are very easy to disassemble, and it only requires removing 2 large screws from the bottom. Before you do this, make sure there's no gas inside the tank. The upper portion slides off under the spring tension, and you should be able to see the thin O-ring that seals the lid. Mine was bone dry at first, so before you reassemble, it might be worth applying a tiny bit of silicone oil to it. From here you should see the arrangement of levers that allows for the bolt stop. The one you'll be focusing on is the one directly on the rear face. Beneath it you'll find a tiny ball bearing and a spring. Place these somewhere safe, as they are incredibly easy to lose. For this demonstration I'll be using the piece which has the broken tab. This one broke while I was testing the G3 for its review, which you can check out via the card at the top of your screen. On the back face of the plate there are 2 holes for the bearing to glide into, one of which is wider and serves as the position for the bolt stop. The smaller hole allows for normal firing, or intentional dry firing, with the activation of the lever at the top of the magazine. It's this narrow hole where my bolt stop problems originate. Basically, it's too deep, and the ball bearing has too much of a positive lock, so it cannot glide out of it when the BB follower attempts to stop the action. My solution is very primitive, but it works. I use the end of a paperclip, or in the case of this demo, the tip of an iPhone SIM card pin, to place a drop of superglue into the hole. That's it. Just one small drop was sufficient, and once it dried, the ball bearing sits in a shallower crater. If you've put too much in, no problem. Just use the end of a small screwdriver to scoop out the glue and start again. Once you've given enough time for it to cure, pop the spring back into its recess with the cherry on top and screw the tab back into place. All that's left to do is rebuild the magazine and test the tab. If it does this after 5 minutes of fiddling, I think it's safe to say it's fixed. Nice. And then this happened. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Ah well, I guess I'll see you next time when I'll be replacing my G3 hammer. Thanks for watching the video, my friends. I hope you found this useful. If you want to show your support, the best way to do that is by hitting the like and becoming a subscriber. For regular updates you can find me on Facebook and on Instagram. So until next time, take care of yourselves, catch you in a bit.